Great. Well, hello guys. A very good evening. Can you let me know if you can hear me and also see a screen? Yes. Can you hear me clearly and can see a screen? Right. Perfect. I know today is a little bit of a odd time to do a class. Yeah. On a Sunday night and a very cold night also, right? Perfect time to stay in bed, have a good maybe watch a film or hug your pillow, sleep a little. Yeah. I think the perfect time for that, but sadly we couldn't have classes the past few weeks because of the power cuts and all of that. So I've decided to have it today. Now my current didn't go off today yet, right? I don't know what time it will go, but hopefully I think we can continue and we'll get going. But in case my power goes, guys, just give me a couple of minutes. I will rejoin with a mobile phone hotspot. So until my laptop battery dies, I should be able to get going. Yeah. Not very sure what time it will go. 9 to 11 maybe. Let's see. Right. Okay. Shall we focus on the subject and we'll get things done? Now, does anyone remember where did we stop last class, guys? What was the last thing that we did? I'll directly get into the topic and we'll get going without wasting any time. Where did we stop? Anyone remembers? No, can't remember. 2017 done. 17 should do. Yeah, we need to start 17. Yeah, I'm also guessing that's what we have to do. Right. Perfect. So we should be able to finish off all the unit 1 MCQs today. Guys, I'm hoping that all of you all by now would have, you all had a lot of time, right? You all had more than 2-3 weeks to finish this MCQs off. So I'm guessing that you all would have taken some time on your end at home and attempted and done the questions. And in the meantime, guys, if your friend, whoever is in the group is not there, you can give them a call and remind them. I know, yeah, power cut issues are there. The weather is a little, not the ideal weather to come to class also. Yeah, but that's all right. So we'll get going. And it's a new month. It's April. New month means you're getting closer and closer and closer to your exam, right? I'm hoping studying is going well. I'm hoping that your other subjects are also going right, and that you've really taken it seriously and you'll get going. Right, so we'll start. Right, so on my end, guys, again, I would want you all to give me answers because the more answers I get, I could decide how much of effort I need to put into explain. Because if everyone gives me the correct answer, then I know that most of you all know it, so I don't have to put effort to explain. Yeah. Right, guys, if there's any doubt in previous paper, you can stay after class and clarify. We'll start with question number 1, 2017 A levels. Okay, one of the very easiest questions, I would say. Which of the following is not a factor of production? Which one? We have natural resources, human resources, capital, money, and entrepreneurship. Which of the following we don't take as a factor of production in economics? It's money, right? Number 4. Okay, so natural resources, for example, land, yes, right, is a factor of production. 2 human resources, that is both labor and entrepreneurship goes under human resources, factor of production. Capital, definitely factor of production, but money in economics is not a factor of production. Why did we say money is not capital in economics? Because in economics, how do we define capital? We say capital is something that would aid in the production process, that would convert inputs into outputs. But does money convert inputs into outputs? It doesn't happen, right? Money doesn't really convert inputs into outputs. It is simply a medium of exchange. Exactly. It's simply a medium of exchange that helps you to acquire capital. So answer there is money, and definitely entrepreneurship, guys, is a factor of production. So easy answer there. Question 2017. This is the A-level paper that I did also. Right, 2017, the first one, answer number 4. Right, I'm guessing everyone's okay with that, and no doubts. So we'll move on to question 2. Again, a very easy question, right? No doubts at all there again. The problem of scarcity, guys. Scarcity exists because of 2 reasons, right? What are the 2 reasons that you have scarcity? Because of why do you have scarcity? What are the 2 reasons, guys? Why do people face scarcity? Because of, there are 2 reasons. 2 reasons combine to make scarcity. What? Exactly. One is that you have limited resources. Number two is that you have unlimited bonds. So given that you have limited resources and you have unlimited bonds, everyone faces scarcity. Yeah. Guys, now my question to you, right? Does Bill Gates face scarcity? Yes or no? Bill Gates, or let's say uh, Elon Musk, world's richest person, does he have scarcity? He's very rich now, guys. He has so much of money. Or let's say a very well developed country, right? A country like, let's say USA, UK, do they face scarcity? Yes, no, they do. Then what about things like now, for example, if we use our resources, right? If we use our resources very carefully, will we be able to eliminate scarcity? If we use our resources very carefully, like if you economize, we say, can we get rid of scarcity? No, right? So what do we say, guys? No matter what is scarcity, it becomes the central problem, right? Because no matter how rich you are, increase my volume case. I don't know what to do, but I'm talking on a normal thing. Just see, in case you can't hear me, just try leaving and joining back. I'm guessing most of the others can hear me clearly. Yes, right? No problems with my audio. Fine, yeah. Okay, right. Because in case in the middle, right, you might get some, there might be issues, right? Just leave and join, yeah. I think things will be better. Okay. So question number 2 again. Uh, right. On the problem of scarcity, guys, now always remember, now this is a essay question that they put, right? Now sometimes they say, right, developed economies do not face the problem of scarcity. Explain. Or sometimes they say we could eliminate scarcity by economizing, or let's say by using our resources very carefully. You need to realize, guys, no matter what you do, no matter how developed you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how carefully you use your resources, you will always have the problem of scarcity. Why, guys? Because no matter how rich you are, how developed you are, your wants are unlimited, no, guys. Right? You might have so much of resources. Now you take Bill Gates, you take Jeff Bezos, you say Elon Musk, right? Rich people, USA, $1 trillion economy, right? China, huge economy, but still they also have scarcity. Why? Right? Only Robinson Crusoe is facing us. I haven't watched Robinson Crusoe actually. Yeah. What? So why do they? Why is there scarcity? Because of one, limited resources. Number two, because of unlimited wants. So no matter even how much of resources you have, it's not enough, right, to cover your unlimited wants. And always, guys, remember this, right? When you're writing answers, I've seen some people writing answers. Some people say scarcity is because you have little resources. No, guys, not that you have little resources. Now, do you think what country like USA has little resources? Do you think people like Elon Musk has little resources? No, they have resources, but compared to the unlimited bonds, it's limited. Not that they have little resources; they have so much of resources. They have so much of money, so much of land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. But compared to the unlimited bonds, it's kind of limited. So always remember things. We'll come into those when we talk about essay questions. So for now, guys, what is the answer here? I think we have a very clear answer. Which one? So problem of scarcity exists only in developed economies, exists only in market economies, exists because prices of services are too high, exists now but will be eliminated with economic growth, exists because of limited resources. That is clear, right? It's number 5. Question 2, answer number 5. Done. Yeah. Okay. Then number 3, guys. Which of the following is assumed in constructing a production possibility curve? There are few assumptions, guys, when we make a PPC. What are the assumptions? Can someone tell me what are the other assumptions, guys? Now, this has one assumption. What are the assumptions of a PPC? Question number 1, answer, I'll come. Hold on. Assumptions of a PPC. What do we assume? We assume exactly one basic one, that you assume that there is, you produce only 2 goods. That is number 1. Number 2, what else do you? Exactly. You say the resources, right? The we'll say the quality and the quantity. Yeah, the quantity and the quality of resources remain fixed. Yeah, both in terms of quality and quantity is fixed. Number 3, technology is fixed, or technology is constant. We say technology is constant. What else do we say, guys? What are the other assumptions? What are the other assumptions? Resources are exactly right. Resources are fully employed. In other words, you can say they are fully utilized, or you can say used with efficiency, right? What else, guys? Is there anything else? Those are the main ones, yeah. So those are the main assumptions when drawing a PPC. So we say, right, yeah, drawn for a certain period of time. Yes, you can put that also if you want to. Guys, now I'm writing these guys for you all to make note in your whatever book that you all have. Guys, anyone? Yes, they all start maintaining a book at least from now on. Yes, you have a separate CR book now for these past papers. Yes, no, no, just looking at the screen and waiting. Nice, having a good time. No, Sunday. I'm playing in the background. You're in bed listening to me in the earphone. Nice, good. Yeah, right. Nice to see some of you all have actually taken the effort. Good, right? Yes, and also I'll just give you all suggestions, right? Now, with me, I have decided to do this now, guys. I have decided to do 2015 onwards, right, to 2021. Okay. So on your end, guys, what you all could also do, right, in the meantime, now you all know, guys, now this week I'm doing unit number 1, right? So probably maybe by next week or the class after, I'll finish unit number. So on your own, what you could do, guys, is you all could also do 2011 to 2015. Yeah, this one. Or if you want, you can even do all papers, guys. That's all right. Yeah. So I don't do everything because some questions are repeated. That's up to you all, guys. Now that has to come from you all. And then what you all could do is maybe you all could do 2011 to 14. And let's say there's a question that was hard, right? That you did not understand. So stay after class, guys. Don't try to clarify it on WhatsApp, guys. On my end, my WhatsApp is also a huge mess. There's around 800 plus messages that I have not replied to, not messages, conversations that I have not replied to. So that it's a big mess my WhatsApp is. So rather than WhatsApping me your questions, what you all could do, guys, is stay after class, right? I don't run away after the class, no. Yeah, unless my power is dead, then this thing, stay after the class. And if there's any questions from a previous paper, yeah, just let me know, right? Let me know, sir, I didn't understand this. How does this come, right? You have to attempt that on your side first, right? Go through the answer, see if you can figure it out by looking at the answer. Even if you still can't figure it out, ask me, right? Stay after the class, clarify it. That's how you all learn, guys. That has to come from your end. I can't do anything there. Okay, right. So those are the assumptions of a PPC. So given said that, guys, yes, resources of one industry can be shifted to another. Exactly, you can put that there. But we'll use these as the main ones. Okay. So given said that, guys, which one is the answer here? They say economy is using resources inefficiently. That is where the mistake comes there, right? If they said efficiently, that could have been the answer. Yeah. Resources are utilized to produce only private goods, nothing like that. They produce any good. Yeah. Full employment, yes, okay, but not full production. Nothing like that. There is full employment, full production, both. That's why we say there is productive efficiency, that resources are used, right? Resources are fully employed and fully utilized. Now, guys, now here fully employed means full employment and full production, right? Remember that. And then, so this part here is wrong. And then production technology is fixed. Now that's an easy one, yeah, right? So that is the answer. And there is no inflation, that is not a this thing, right? Difference between full production and full employment, I'll come there when we get to a question. Yeah, easy one, not that hard. Are we okay, guys? Third one, answer number 4. Shape. So far, so easy, yeah. Are these even questions? No, for you? Right. So then we'll get to this one. Okay, next one. Question number 4, guys. Economy has achieved production efficiency when what? It is unable to produce more of one good without producing the less of another. The marginal cost of producing each good is equal to its price, has eliminated all negative externalities. Resources allocated to produce goods and services most wanted. Yeah. What can I say? Okay, can you tell me one thing, guys? Can you all tell me, in order to achieve productive efficiency or production efficiency, we say, you need two conditions. Two conditions have to be met. What are the two conditions, guys? What is the two conditions? One is full employment. What is the other condition? What is the other condition? The other is full production. Now, what is the difference between full employment and full production? So given that you use right? Now I'll tell you what is the difference here, since someone asked as well, right? Guys, think, right, that I have, let's say I have my own educational institute, right? I have my own educational institute. Okay, so let's say, what? Mm, okay, we'll forget about education institute. Let's take a country, right? Let's take a country. The country has 100 people, right? So let's forget about land and capital entrepreneurship. We'll only think the country has labor value, right? So the country has 100 people, and they have employed all the 100 people into the production process, right? So what does that mean? That means there is full employment. So all the resources they have used in the production process. So 100 people are there in the country, all 100 they have taken into the production process. But let's say, right, these 100 people are people like you all, very lazy fellows. Yeah, they only work, let's say, somewhere around 3 to 4 hours a day. Yeah, lazy fellows, huh? Now, like some of you, not all of you all, will at least assume will, right? Some of you all are good fellows. Most of you all have to agree with me there, no guys, that you all are comparatively lazy fellows, aren't you? I'm a little lazy. I actually have to admit that. But if I put my head into something, I get it done, right? But you have to admit, right? Come on. Now, don't you think, right? Early morning, don't you have plans of waking up and studying, and haven't you ever slept? Would have happened today also. No, no, yeah, didn't happen. And especially for all the Muslims out here, you all wake at 4 o'clock to eat, and then you all plan after this thing that you all will stay up and study. How many of you all actually stayed up and study? No, that is something I remember I also do, right? During fasting time, I think, so we anyway wake to 4 to study, so 4 to eat. Then once eating is done, I'm like, I make up my mind saying that, after eating is done, then by around 4:30 I'll start studying. Does it ever happen? No, no. So don't you agree with me that you're a lazy batch? You are, right? You are. You definitely are, right? And that sleep at, after eating early in the morning, unmatchable, no? That no matter what you say, guys, even I think everyone can agree, that early morning sleep is like the best sleep you can ever have. Yeah. And given that it is rainy also. Okay. So let's agree that you're a little bit of a lazy batch, but okay, that's all right. Okay, so okay, back to my point here, right? So let's say, okay, now let's say that the country has 120 people. Apart from me here now in the Zoom, there is 120. So let's say all of you all are the only people in the country. So in the production process, we have employed all the 120. Full employment achieved, ticked off, done. But you're only working, right? You're only working for around 3 to 4 hours. Other time you're sleeping, you're in your phone, texting, trying to find a nice girlfriend or a boyfriend on Instagram, maybe stalking someone, seeing opening the beyond the classroom group and seeing, can you see a DP of any nice person out there? Yeah, that's what you're doing, right? So do you think, even though there is full employment there is full production? Is there full production on that aspect? Are you getting the maximum use of your people? Are you getting the maximum sustainable output of your people? You're not, right? See, that is the difference, guys. Full employment means using everyone, right? Getting everyone employed in the production process. So if you get all of us employed, full employment. But ideally, guys, one person should be able to work for 8 hours, right? 8 to 9 hours a day. That's the standard working hours, right? To get the maximum sustainable output of a person, he has to work for 8 to 9 hours. But what happens? People like you all are working only how much? 3 to 4 hours. So full employment is achieved, right? But have we achieved full production? No. So if you want to achieve production efficiency, both has to be met. One, all the 120 of us has to be employed. Number two, all the 120 of us has to be working at least 8 to 9 hours a day. The maximum sustainable output has to be obtained from all of us. Yeah. So given said that, right, once we have achieved both of it, what happens? We automatically achieve productive efficiency. So when an economy achieves productive efficiency, guys, can you all tell me at which point of the PPC do we operate? Do we operate on the PPC, outside or inside the PPC? Where do we operate when we have achieved production efficiency? Exactly, we operate on the PPC, right? So given said that we have achieved full employment, full production, we're now on the PPC. Guys, what can you say when you're operating on the PPC, guys? What is the kind of a feature? What's the feature now when you're operating on the PPC? What can we say, guys? If you want to increase the production of another good, right? Let's say this is good Y, this is good X, right? If you want to increase the production of another good, what happens? You have to, right? You have to give up something else. No, there will be opportunity cost. You have to sacrifice something else. No, now for example, let's say I want to increase the production of X, right? So I'm going from this point to this point, right? To increase the production of X. What happens when I increase the production of X by this much? I have to give up the production of Y by this quantity. And same way, if I want to increase the production of, let's say, Y, let's say I want to go to this point, right? So when I try to go to that point, now I have to give up X. So when you're operating on the PPC, that means when you have achieved production efficiency, guys, remember, when you're going to increase the production of one good, you always have to forego the production of another good. That means there is always a opportunity cost. There is always a sacrifice that you have to make. But if you have not achieved production efficiency, say that you are productively inefficient, you're operating inside the PPC, right? Now, for example, let's say you want to increase the production of good X, right? You can do that, right? You can increase X and you can increase Y both. See, there is no opportunity cost there. Why? Because you still have resources which are not yet employed. Now you're using them, no problem. Yeah, I'm hoping that story makes sense. So with that understanding, guys, what can we say the answer is? If an economy has achieved production efficiency when it is unable to produce more of one good without producing less of another, the marginal cost of producing each good is equal to its price. Okay, so what is this? If anyone remembers, if marginal cost is equal to its price, what do we call it? Remember the other one I have not talked about it though, allocative efficiency. Yeah, we'll talk to it when a question comes. Huh? Right, it has eliminated all negative externalities, nothing like that. Huh? The resources are allocated to produce the goods most wanted by the society. What is this again? You're allocating resources to produce the goods most wanted by the society. That is also allocative efficiency. Yeah, allocative efficiency. Okay, and then it is self-sufficient. No, nothing like that. You can't again come and say. So automatically, what happens, guys? You end up with answer number 1. That it is unable to produce more of one good without producing the less of another. So once you have achieved production efficiency, if you want to increase the production of one good, you always have to produce a less of another. You have to sacrifice something if you want to get it. This is like, let's say, okay, let's assume that you currently have a girlfriend, right? Now, if you want another one, you can't have 2 people. I know some people do have, and I also had a friend who had around 3 girlfriends at the same time, but different story. But usually, right, you have to sacrifice one person if you want to get to the other. Simple as that. Yeah, makes sense. Questions, problems, issues? No. Fine. Okay, right. Done. Okay, right. Question 5. This I felt was the little bit of a tricky question here, but apart from that, everything else was easy. Right, we'll talk about question 5 now. The only question I like in this paper. Okay, because other questions are way too easy. Okay, the fundamental question of what to produce and for whom to produce are essentially interdependent. Now, you all usually know what is what to produce. What to produce means, given the resources we have, what goods are we going to produce? Whom to produce means, how are the goods distributed? Who is going to get the goods? Do we give the goods based on who can pay, or price mechanism, that is, or do we give the goods equally? Yeah, that is the story. Now, in this question, they are not asking you about those two separately. They are asking you, why are those two connected? Why is the why are they interdependent? What do you all think, guys? What do you all think? You're saying one. You're saying one because the answer scheme says one. Yeah. Okay, we'll go through the question, we'll go through the answers, right? Okay. This is number one, different patterns of income distribution generate different patterns of demand, and therefore different patterns of resource allocation. Okay, one because it's long. Okay, different patterns of production methods. Okay, now this one, the moment they talk about production methods, what are they talking about? What is the question they're talking about? Which question from the three questions? Exactly, they're talking about how to produce the ano. Yeah, capital intensive or labor intensive. So can we eliminate that answer? Yes, guys. Now usually when you get hard questions, guys, you eliminate answers. That's how you find an answer. Yeah. So patterns of production is how to produce. So we'll cut that off. Huh? That can't be there. Okay. Then income and wealth are concentrated in the hands of economically powerful segments of society. Okay, something they have said. Okay. Markets cannot be relied upon to allocate resources efficiently. Okay. A particular level of output may be produced by many different combinations of inputs. Okay, right. We'll go to answer number 3, guys. Now, income and wealth, they're talking about income being distributed, wealth being distributed, and all of that, right? What are they talking about here, guys? What are they talking about? The recording, guys, I'll see what I could do, but ideally, I would like you all to stay in class. Yeah. Income and wealth, they're talking about what? They're talking about whom to produce. Now, ideally, in your question, guys, they're asking you how is whom to produce and what to produce connected. Yeah, they're talking about a connection between the two. Why is this and this interdependent? Now, can you see in question number 3, they're only talking about one side of the story. They're only talking about whom to produce. Yeah, they're saying income and wealth are concentrated in the hands of economically powerful segments, right? That is again not really doesn't really make sense, right? Maybe a market economy, yes. But again, whatever said, and it only talks about whom to produce. There is no interconnection. They don't show any interdependency there. Then again, look at number 5, right? A particular level of output may be produced by many different combinations of inputs, right? So again, it talks about how to produce, guys. How much of labor, how much of capital. Maybe you can use more labor, less capital, less labor, more capital, right? Again, this is also like a how to produce thing. Yeah. Answer number 4 doesn't make really sense. Also, it talks about market cannot be relied upon and nonsense. Now, I'll explain to you the answer, guys. Now, ideally, this question, why I tell you is a good question is because all the 5 answers talk about totally some different things. Yeah. So, question number 1, sorry, answer number 1 is the answer. Let me explain that. Let's see if that makes sense, right? So, question is saying, why does this one, what to produce and whom to produce, right? What to produce and whom to, why are they interdependent? Why are they connected? That is what they are asking, right? Now, guys, think of this, right? In very simple terms, in an economy or whatever thing, guys, right? When you're deciding what to produce, you decide it based on what, guys? What to produce? What to produce is based on what? How do you decide what to produce? Okay, right? In a market economy based on profit, fine. But is the question talking about a market economy? No. No. It's not talking about a market economy. So usually, how do you decide, guys? Market economy, command economy, any economy. How they decide what to produce? Based on what the consumer wants, right? Based on what? Based on, we say allocative efficiency, right? Producing what the society wants, no? That is how you usually look at it, no? Now, in market, yes, they go to a next extent and they produce what the society wants based on what is the most profitable, right? And what in a command economy, they produce, the government itself decides and they produce. So ideally, guys, in general, right, this what to produce is decided based on what, guys? Based on the consumer's preference, no? Based on consumer preference. Now, if the consumer doesn't want it, will a market economy produce it? No. Now, if the consumer doesn't want it, means he won't buy it. Then is there profit? No, market won't produce. If the consumer doesn't want it, will a command economy produce? No. So ideally, right, this problem of what to produce, right, common to all the economies will be based on what the consumer preference is, and also like most of you all have said, the available resources, right? Based on the available resources, what you have, and based on what the consumer wants. Is that okay, guys? Are you all okay with that side of it? The what to produce thing? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Then on this aspect, guys, whom to produce? Now, this is the question that a lot of people get confused, guys. Yes, whom to produce means who gets the goods. That is what it means. Whom to produce means who gets the goods. So, guys, just think, right? Why do we have now, for example, okay, let's take you and me for example, right? Let's say you're a person with a nice house, a nice car, and let's say a nice latest iPhone and everything. Let's say I'm a fellow not that rich, not this thing, right? Why is there a difference between you and me, guys? Based on what? Based on what? How come you have all the things and I don't have much things? Exactly. Based on our income, right? Based on our purchasing power, because of the income pattern, right? So usually, right, people with more income are able to get a lot of goods. They get access to a lot of goods that are produced. People with less income, let's say people like me, we get a very little goods. Yeah. So now that is why in a market economy, right, they try to make it equal. Yeah. How they do is they try to minimize that disparity. They make sure everyone earns the same income so that everyone gets the same amount of goods and services. So ideally, guys, this whom to produce is based on income. Yeah, the answer is based on income. So then, in that aspect, can you see your answer number one explains that nicely? It says different patterns of income distribution. So you say there are rich people, poor people, income distribution, different patterns. Yeah, rich and poor generate different patterns of demand. So now income, there are rich people, right? On the same side, there are poor people. So rich people are getting a high amount of income, poor people are getting a different amount of it. So based on that, guys, do you think the rich and the poor will be demanding the same goods and services, the same type? No, right? Come on. You have to use some common sense there, right? Now the rich fellows, what will they do? Now the rich guys, these fellows, now where do they go? They go on dates for Shangri, right? So let's say, okay, let's think of a rich couple. Where will they go on a date to? Let's say they would go on to Shangri. Then the normal middle class poor fellow, where does he go on a date, guys? In Colombo. Where you all go on a date? Okay, Chaiwala. Okay, where you all go on a date? Colombo people, no money. Where are you going to take your girlfriend or where are you going to go with your boy? Okay, Pilavus, golf face, right? Free of charge. One golf face, nice. See, can be posh also. You don't have to spend money also. Okay, KFC. Okay. Okay. So let's say, the poor fellow he goes to golf face. Yeah. You see that there is a difference there, right? So based on the difference of your income, yes, beach, nice, very very nice to see you all. I don't know if you all actually implementing this, but a lot of usually I get very little answers for questions, but now for these questions I get a lot of answers. Nice. Good to know. Never mind. Okay. Suggestions for the others. That's why I read the answers out aloud also, so the others also can, this option is also there. Yeah, you can look into options like that. So for the options who came budget-friendly places to go on a date, for the people who told me there is one golf place, there is the beach, there is golf face, there is the what else did you all come up with? You all came up with Pilavus. There was KFC, but KFC I say is a little expensive, but you can buy an ice cream or something and you will have. Okay, there's another one, Viharamadevi Park. Okay. I don't know. Maybe in Kandy and stuff, you all might have more parks and stuff. I'm just talking about Columbus. Yeah, I don't know where else you all are from, but I'm just talking about Columbus. Okay, so back to my point, right? So different patterns of income distribution does what, guys? It creates different patterns of demand, no? Yeah. So rich people, they want these big high-end Shangri-La and Kingsbury and you say whatever, they go there. Poor fellows, gold face, Viharamadevi, beach, that is what they go to. So at the end, can you see different patterns of income distribution generate different patterns of demand? So then, guys, this what to produce is based on consumer preference, right? So the rich people has different demands. So for the rich people, you have to produce different services like high-end hotels, things like that. For the poor people, for them, you have to give, low quality, not low quality things, like, cheap, free services like goal face. Yeah, but these days, I think you can't go to goal face, all there's all the protest. Yeah, so sad. So at the end, what's happening? So therefore, different patterns of resource allocation. So that is how those two connect, guys, right? Now, I don't think this question would get repeated, but does it make some sort of sense that there is an interdependency based on your income distribution only? You demand for goods and services. What you demand is only produced. Makes sense? How, whom to produce and what to produce. So whom to produce is based on income distribution, rich people, poor people. Rich people have a different demand, poor people have a different demand. So what they want only is produced at the end. That is where the resources are allocated. Say questions, problems, issues, 5-1. Yeah. People are still thinking of places to go on dates. Any nice place? Any? No. Okay. Some people have a lot of suggestions to give you a very lot of inputs. How to produce will be solved based on profitable production methods. How to produce? Yeah, maybe. Okay, out of SL. Interrelationship between all three. I also have not thought about it, but I don't think they'll go into that extent. Yeah. Okay. Right. Then we go to question 6. The main function of price in a market economy is to what? What are the three functions, guys, of price in a market economy? Basic question. 3 functions. Functions of price. Signaling. What's another name for signaling? Which you have to know. Signaling. Signaling. Or you call this the informative function. What else? What is the second function? Second one. Okay. You can say the allocating. Okay. Allocating. In other words, what's another name for the allocating? Rationing. Okay. Rationing function. Number 3 is the incentive. Yeah. Okay. So those are the 3 functions, guys. Now, from these answers, guys, I'm not going to go into detail and talk about all of these functions, right? Because this is not a theory class, guys. You all would have learned this before. I'm here just to revise that and directly show you how to get to the answer. Okay. Right. So question 6. Okay. Main functions of price: generate more profits to entrepreneurs, guide households to choose investment opportunities, determine the elasticity of demand curves, improve the distribution of income, allocate scarce resources among alternative users. What? One of these words are directly used also, guys. What is the answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, yeah. So can you see? Directly talks about allocating resources, right? Is that possible to explain? Okay. In very simple terms, guys, if I am to explain these functions, what is signaling? Signaling means it gives information. Now, for example, right now, okay, prices of petrol is high these days. What kind of signal does it give? What does it say? What does it tell us, guys? Prices of petrol is very high. Or diamonds are very expensive. What signal does it give? That there is a very little of that good, that there is a low supply of it, or the demand is very high. That is what it says. It gives a signal, right? That is the signaling function. Then what is the incentive function? Now, for example, these days you would have seen they say 50% off. Yeah, price which was 1,000 rupees, now it's 500 rupees. What does it do? What does the price do? What does the price which was 1,000 rupees, now when it comes to 500, what does it do, guys? It motivates you to buy more, no? Or in other words, let's say if the price goes up, it motivates the supply. Price goes down, it's an intense incentive to the produce. Exactly, it motivates you. That's the incentive function. Then what is this? The allocative or the rationing function. Now, again, another thing with this milk powder and stuff like that, guys. Now, what happened to the price of milk powder? These days, what happened? It's gone up. Now, why is it gone up? Why is it gone up? Because there's a shortage of milk powder. No? Now, you only have, let's say, 10 packets, let's say 5 packets of milk powder, right? Let's say you have so many people who want to buy it, right? Let's say there are around 100 people who want to buy it. So what can you do in that case? What can you do? When there is so much of a demand, but the supply is very little, what do you do there? What does the price do in that case? Common sense now. What does price do? Exactly, the price goes up. So price goes up in order to, so that this limited amount of milk powder could be allocated with the demand. Now, when the price goes up, what happens, guys? People stop. No, now you all would have also noticed. Now, earlier, guys, I remember, right? The moment milk powder comes into Cargill's, we are now in front of our house. There is a Cargill's, right? At the moment milk powder comes to Cargill's, it's over. Yeah, comes finished. But now the price is expensive, you know. Yeah, now 400 grams is around 790 or something. 1 kilo is around 1900 or something. Yeah, now it's there, guys. It's still there. Right now, even when the anchor comes, it's still there. What happened? It got rationed properly now. Yeah. Earlier, the price was too low. That is why the moment it came, soon people bought and went. Now, since the price is high, right? Now, just like normal days, people are coming, buying. There is still anchor in the shelf. You can get things ordered. That's the allocative worth rationing function. In brief, right? So you can go through in detail. Guys. These are things that you can definitely read on the internet also. Fine. Are we okay with 2017 step? All 6 out of 6? Anyone? How many you'll get right? Please don't copy, right? Don't copy from the thing behind. Got 6 out of 6? Yes. 5. I'll say at least 4 or more is a good number. Definitely you all can improve, but don't worry. Yeah. Nice. Perfect. Right. We'll get into 2018. Okay. Right. 2018. Yeah, Monty, today there is no fellow troubling us with his video, no? Don't worry, guys. No matter how much you all get, you all can definitely improve. No one troubling you all with his video. I don't know if the fellow is there who are trying to provoke him and do something. Maybe people also get tired, no? Right. Okay. Question number 128. Okay. Which of the following statements is a right? Incentive function. I come to it after the class. Yeah. Maybe once we're done, we'll have a discussion on. Okay. Okay. Which of the following statements is a normative statement, guys? What is normative? That is people's opinions, right? Your personal judgment, right? Where there is no right or wrong. Right? Exactly, subjective. So which one? Increased fuel prices will encourage the demand for electric cars. So very relevant for today. Okay, but you can't even import cars now. What to do, right? So this is a positive statement, guys. Now you can prove or disprove. No, you can see, guys. Okay, if the prices of fuel are going up, is the demand for electric cars going up or is it going down? You can prove that. No, you can do experiments and you can prove and see. Right? So this is a positive statement. If income increases, sale of luxury goods will fall. Now this is actually false, right? Now if income increases, sale of luxury goods will increase. No, guys, people will buy more and more luxury goods. But just because it's false, does it become a normative statement? Now this is false. Is it a normative statement? No, right? Remember, guys, normative doesn't mean wrong statements. Yeah, that is something that a lot of people confuse. They think positive means the things that are correct, normative means the things that are wrong. There's nothing like that, huh? Right? Positive means things that can be proven, that are objective. Normative, people's opinions. There is no right and wrong, cannot prove. So this you can prove. Again, positive. If laptop prices fall, people will buy more of them. Again, positive statement, guys. You can prove, you can test and see. Right? Now here, government should control the rents that house owners charge. Now, can you see, guys, the word should? Yeah. These are opinions. These are small hints, right? The moment the word should, right? Ought, yeah. Those things are there. It automatically makes it a normative statement. Now, you can say, yeah, they should control the rent of the house charge. I will say, no, what nonsense. They should not control. Maybe the house owner can charge whatever he wants. Yeah? That's debatable. That's an opinion. Right? Can you prove that you or me are right? No. You have a different opinion. I have a different opinion. Those are what we call normative statements. So that has to be your answer. Quantity demand is inversely related to price. Again, positive statement can be proved. Are we okay, guys? Question 1, answer 4. I don't think anyone has a problem. Yep. Yeah. Right. Done. Then we'll move on to the second question. Okay, which of the following is an example of land? Now, this is a question, easy question. I've seen a lot of people get it wrong. Which one of the following is an example of land, guys? Magampura Harbour, Southern Expressway, Victoria Dam, Ambevela Dairy Farm, Pasiguda Beach. Guys, what is land? Land is all the natural resources that you have, no, that you use in the production process. So the answer here is number 5, just like most of you all have told. Yeah, Pasiguda Beach is an example for land. Now, for example, harbor. Yes, is harbor natural resource? No, no, guys, it's man-made. No, people have to make it. It's capital, right? Southern Expressway, obviously people have to make it. Capital. A dam looks very natural, but it's something that people have made, right? This Victoria Dam to whatever dam. Capital. Then dairy farm, very natural, no? Should be a land. No. Okay, these farms or whatever, do you think farms just fall from the sky? No. Farms are things that people have made, right? They have, put this. Now, in case they say, let's say the cow in Ambevala, that fellow can be land. The cow is land, right? But the farm is not land, guys. The cow and the everything there is not land. Everything together. So this is again capital, guys. Yeah. Now, farm is something that is man-made. But Pasiguda Beach, is that man-made? No. That's total of a natural resource. So that becomes your land, right? I'm hoping you are okay with that. Set. Okay. Now, question number 3 is something that is kind of repeated from last paper, but the same thing they tested in another way now. Yeah. Okay, which of the following is always true of an economy operating on its production possibility front? And now I told you all, right? When an economy is operating on its PPC, it must be a free market economy. It must be a command economy. Its resources are fully employed. It has achieved production efficiency, but impossible to achieve allocative efficiency. It must have a linear PPC. Here, right now, this is something I told you all. No? If you all are working on your PPC, means you have production efficiency, meaning full employment and full production both are achieved. So you can definitely say that the resources are fully employed. In addition to that, you can also say the resources are in full production also. Or you can say there is full production efficiency also. But can you see number 4? It says production efficiency. That part is correct. But it says impossible to achieve allocative efficiency. Now that part is wrong there. Yeah. So it's this thing there. Okay, that's what makes it wrong. So we end up with answer number 3 for question number 3. Step. Okay. Voice is low. I'm trying my level best to keep it as high as possible. Maybe see if you can leave and join. See if you can wear an earphone instead of just listening. Yeah, that. Then, right. Then we'll go into question number 4, 5, and 6. 4. On a diagram of a production possibility front tire, full production, does it refer to both full employment and product? Usually, sometimes yes. Sometimes you can say, yeah, when they say full employment, they usually talk about both full employment, full production. Right? But specific questions, no. Okay. Right. On the diagram of a production possibility front tire, opportunity cost is represented by what? The slope, a point inside, a ray through the origin, a point on the vertical axis, a point on the horizontal axis. Again, an easy one, no? How is opportunity cost shown on a PPC, guys? Based on the curve, right? Based on the slope, no? Right? So how do you find opportunity cost? It's how much you give up, foregone divided by gain. Yeah, that's your opportunity cost. So that's your slope, right? In other words, that's again a very easy one. Now, point inside the PPC is what, guys? Point inside the PPC is called, represents what? Represents what? Scarcity? No. Unemployment. Point inside. Point outside, scarcity. Point inside, unemployment, underemployment. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, unemployed. Or in other words, you can say yes, inefficiency. It represents inefficiency. Okay. No, it doesn't really have to be marginal opportunity cost also here. That doesn't matter here, right? So the slope, you can even say, right? You can even say it represents opportunity cost. That's all right. Yes, maybe the word marginal would have made it more clearer and a better answer, better question, but that's okay. Okay. A ray through the origin, I also don't know what does this mean. What is this ray through the origin? Point on the vertical axis, point on the, there's nothing like that. Yeah. So those are anyway bullshit answers there. So we end up with answer number 1. Then, okay, this one, again, a very easy one. Which of the following is necessary for a well-functioning capitalist economy, but not in a command economy? So what do you need? Centralized decision making, scarcity of resources, monopolies, protection of property rights, positive externalities. I don't know. For those people who came to my class, guys, I have a whole note on this. Importance of something for the functioning of something. Remember, no? Unit number 1. There is something. What? What is necessary, guys? Answer number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the first time, I'm getting like a lot of different answers. It's 4, guys. It's property rights. I'll explain this story in very simple terms, right? Since most of you all don't know, right? Now, okay, in very simple terms, guys, send the notes. I do, guys. I don't send like that because then it's unfair for the ones who paid and came, right? No, you can't just get the notes, guys. If you're purchasing, you have to purchase the note and the recording together, because a note alone, I don't think makes big sense also unless the recording is done. Okay, right. Okay, what is this property rights story, guys? Now, okay, first of all, I'll go back to my basics, right? Now, for example, now you might be living in your own house, right? How do you prove that this house is yours? How do you say that you have the property right, that you have the right to live, you have the right to do whatever you want? Based on what? How do you know this house is yours? Based on exactly your house deed. No, you have something called deed. Yeah, based on that, no, guys. Otherwise, how can you say that this is your house? Okay. Now, given that you have the house deed, guys, who issues this house deed? Who issues? Usually, who issues? Government, right? Or on behalf of the government, some government authority, no? So, government issues, right? So now your property right for you to live in your house, or in other words, let's say even if you start your business, right? You have your business registration saying that you get registered under my name, saying that this is my business, right? So who issues whatever those documents? Government, right? Saying that, look here, this is the fellow who is the one owning the document, owning the business or house. Now in that context, guys, what can you say in a capitalist economy? Do you have a government really? Is the government well functioning and are they doing and involved? Yes or no? Is the government there in a capitalist economy? More like a market economy? No. Now, do you see there is a problem there? You see that there is a problem, right? Usually these property rights are awarded by the government, right? Government gives a deed, right? Government authority only registers a business. Yeah. That way only property rights are awarded. Now, you will look at a capitalist economy, there is no government. Now there is a problem of property rights there, right? There's a problem. Now, for example, right? Now let's say there is no property rights, meaning I can't claim that this is mine. Now, for example, in my tutors, I would have given an example. Now, for example, will a farmer, right? Will he go and let's say grow crops and do everything? If tomorrow someone else comes and says, this is my crops, give it to me, and he takes it and goes, will a farmer ever go and produce them? Yes or no? Think of you guys. Will you ever start a business that if someday someone else comes and says, no, this is my business, give it to me, and he takes it and go? He's not going to do it, right? So when there is no property rights, does the market economy function? Will anyone produce anything in the first place? Will they produce anything when there is no property rights? They won't. Why? Because they can't claim that that is theirs. No. Now, will I ever start a, let's say I am starting to, I am starting a business, right? I'm starting a t-shirt factory. Will I ever start the t-shirt factory if I know tomorrow that one of y'all can come and say, this is your t-shirt factory and take my factory away from? Will I ever start it? I won't. Why? But now will I start, given that I have property right? Yes. So that is why we say this property rights, guys. Property rights is very important for this market economy to function. Because if there is no property rights, no one would produce. Because you can't claim that this is yours. Some fellow might come tomorrow and tell that it's theirs. Got it? So that is why we say, for the well functioning of a capitalist economy, right? For a capitalist, though it's more similar to a market economy, because even market capitalist not the same again, right? But similarities are there, right? So for the well functioning of it, what do you need, guys? You need to have property rights, because if you don't have property rights, no one will produce. Yes, what is the point of an economy if they are not producing goods and services? Basic, fundamental question: what to produce, right? If they are not producing, is the economy functioning? No. So for the well functioning, you have to have property rights. You have to say, okay, look here, this is yours, this is your property, you write and give, right? So that he can prove that it is his. Got it? So that is why the answer there is property rights, not monopolies, not anything else. Okay, fine, makes sense. Good. That's a good question. If you have logically understood, I'll be even happy for you. Good. Yes. Set. Yeah. Done. Why can't monopolies be the answer? Okay, so now just because you have monopolies, now monopolies is not something necessary for the functioning of this thing, guys. Right now, just because you have monopolies, that doesn't mean there is well functioning of a capitalist economy, right? Just because there is one company that is being the only company in the industry, there is no connection with this. No, got it? Now, for example, let's say there is one company, they are the what sole people of let's say producing, I don't know, rice. Just because they are the sole people producing rice, does that mean there is well functioning of it? No, there's nothing like that. Okay, so for the one who did not understand, maybe stay after class and clarify. I'll teach the whole thing again. Yeah, so they don't still have a government, right? So in this now it's like this. So that is why you need to have someone from the private sector. You need to have a private authority that awards these property rights. Yeah. When there's a private authority that awards property rights, then fine. Sure. Okay. Okay. Then moving on to the last question of 2018. Okay. When a firm is producing the allocative efficient level of output. Now something that we talked about a little before also. What is equal to what? Total revenue is equal to total cost. Total marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. MR equals MC, you know. Marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost. Price is equal to average total cost. Price is equal to marginal cost. Answer number 2. Yes. 2. Not 2. Guys, marginal revenue equals marginal cost is your profit maximizing level of output. Unit number 4. MR equals MC. Yeah. Here we don't talk about a revenue. In allocative efficiency, what do we talk about? We talk about marginal benefit, not marginal revenue, guys. Marginal benefit equals marginal cost. Because we can't measure benefit in terms of a number, only we substitute price for that. Then we say price equals marginal cost. Yeah. So don't go with this MR equals MC. I know sounds very nice. MR equals MC. I have heard it before. Should be the answer. Unit number 4, guys, profit maximization level of output. We'll talk about that when we come there. Yeah. So it's not answer number 2. It's answer number 5. Right? Where price equals marginal cost. So price equals marginal cost is the allocative efficiency level of output. Because I'm not going to too detail and telling you all why is this, right? Drawing the diagram. No, guys, because again, come on. You need to understand this is a past paper class. And with the understanding that you have learned this before, I'm just revising, right? So I'm very sorry for people who are here to learn the concepts for the very first time. Yeah, because I can't teach you that. Okay, current gone. Okay, I just hope and pray mine doesn't go, but in case mine doesn't go, just mine goes, stay, hold on. I will come back, okay? Right, question 6 is done. Okay, 6 out of 6, yes, no? Yeah. Okay, so once we do all of this, we'll look into a total mark also, yeah? Right. Yes, I gave the 2019 old syllabus also. Anyone tried this? Yes, no? The old syllabus one. I don't think you all have the paper in your past paper book, but I have put it here. Reason for MB equals to price, it's like this, guys. Okay, good question again. Why do we substitute marginal benefit to price? Now, for example, right? Now, if I ask you, right? Okay, let's say you bought a anything that you have recently bought, guys, that you have paid money and bought. Paid money and bought. What you will buy recent? A phone? No, yeah. Let's say you all bought a phone. Nice, right? Okay, my recording. Okay, fine. Okay, right. Okay, so let's say okay, petrol, umbrella. Okay, nice. Okay, we'll say umbrella. Okay, let's say now these days are very rainy season, so you decided to buy a umbrella, right? So now if someone comes and asks you, right, what is the benefit that you get out of it? How much of a benefit do you get from this? Can you put a number to this? If someone comes and asks you how much of a benefit you got from it, can you say I got a 20 benefit, I got a 30 benefit? You can't, right? You can't put a benefit, no. But then, for example, let's say the price of this umbrella is 300, right? So now what does the price reflect? The price reflects the benefit, guys. Now, for example, right now, if this umbrella was 10,000, would you buy it? Yes or no? You won't buy it. Why? Because you feel, right, it's not worth for 10,000. What nonsense? Why will I buy an umbrella for 10,000? Because why? You think exactly too expensive. It's not worth the benefit I am getting, right? I'm not getting a benefit worth 10,000. So I don't want to spend 10,000. So usually, guys, the price, right, reflects the benefit that a person gets. Because if the price is too high, no one will buy. Yeah. That's it. Now, for example, let's say, okay, I have given my, let's say my class fees, monthly fee, 1,800 a month, right? So if someone asks you what is the benefit you can get, you can say I get a benefit worth 1,800 rupees. Yeah. So that is why, because you can't quantify benefit, you can't put a number to it. That's why you substitute it with price. Yeah. So fine. Does that answer the question? Yeah. Okay. Right. So then we'll get into 2019. Okay. Yo, are these even questions? First one, branch of economics that studies the decisions of individual households. Guys, at least can we have an answer from everyone? Come on, 100 odd people. Lazy fellows. Okay, guys, I got a question. It just went up. Sorry. Which one, guys? That studies individual households. It's called microeconomics, right? So I don't think I have to explain all of that, guys. If you want an explanation, I'll give you a contact of one of my 2023 A-level people. You can ask them. Okay. All syllabus one I will discuss, guys. I did not skip that, right? Yeah. I'll send the answer paper scheme also. No problem. Okay, right. Okay, so this one, the income payments made to resource owners of land, labor, capital, entrepreneurs. Come on, you questions. Land return you get rent, labor return you get wages, capital return you get interest, entrepreneurship, profit or losses. So usually say profit. Okay, so which one goes in that order? Rent, wages, interest, profit. Answer number 4. Not even questions to answer. Right? Okay, then which the following is a salient feature of a command? Guys, what is this word salient, guys? Salient. Exactly, something like main, right? What is the most important or what is the most unique feature, right? Special feature, exact points. Yeah. So which one, guys? Of a command economy, private ownership. Is it there in command? No, market. Heavy reliance on markets, again, market economy. Central planning, yes. Concentration on market power, no, market economy. Self-interest, market economy. So which one is the feature on a command economic system? It's central planning. Done. Step. So far, so easy, no? Do they even give you questions like this in your A-level paper? Ayyo. Okay. The diagram below shows the production possibility for entire of producing. Heavy reliance means it mainly depends on. Now, for example, heavy reliance on markets means now in a market economy, guys, it's mainly depend on the demand and supply, right? Based on demand and supply, everything happens. So as I say, heavy reliance on markets. It depends on the market. Okay, right. Okay, diagram below shows the production possibility frontier of an economy producing at point A. What is the quantity of X given up to produce the quantity of Y? Nice. Something that I would have taught you all in a theory class. Also, just think right now at point A, how much of Y are you producing? You're producing 800 units of Y. Okay, now think. Given that you're producing 800 units of Y, how many units of X were you not able to produce? You're producing 100 units of X, agree. How much were you not able to produce? That's what they're asking. They're asking you to produce the given good of X, what you have to give up. Can you see? This amount you were not able to produce because you're producing 800. Now, for example, let's say if you're producing only 400, right? Then let's say this is 250. Then how much, what would be the answer, guys? If you're producing 400 and they ask you how much of X you can't produce, then the answer is 50, no? Right? 250 to 300 is 50, no? 50 only you can't produce. But now they're asking you at the point of what? At the point of A. So when you're producing at the point of A, how much of good X can't you produce? You can't produce this whole quantity. That is a quantity of how much? Of 200 units. So that's an easy one there. Then if I give you a number here, let's say I put 900 here. If I ask you, right, what is the quantity of good Y given up to produce 100 units of X? What is the quantity of good Y did you give up? Good Y to produce 100 units of X? Exactly, you gave up this 100, right? That's a normal way of reading a graph, guys, right? It's the basics of reading a graph, right? A graph of opportunity cost. I would have taught you all that very well in unit number 1, and whoever who teacher taught you all would have taught you all that, right? So that's that. Done. Okay, 4 out of 4. Yes. 2019, 3, 4, shape. Now, 2019. Okay, we have 19, we have 20, and we have 21. We have 3 more papers now. Okay, 19. Now these are very easy ones, guys. Okay. Okay. Central problem of economics is what? Establish a democratic political framework for the provision of public goods and services. Sounds very much like this one. Whom does it sound like, guys? When they give you big words, it sounds like a very of a politician. Who is the politician does it sound like? Big words? Not Gota. Who gives all these big words? Exactly. Sajid, no? He puts all these very big words from the, some words that I also don't understand, guys. That I also see sometimes, he gives these speeches, then, some comments he has made, he puts like so much of big words. Doesn't make sense sometimes. So that's like a line from Sajid, no? Maybe he was a part of the paper market. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Establish democratic political framework for the provision of public goods. Okay. The establishment of prices that accurately reflect the relative scarcity of goods and services, scarcity of productive resources relative to human wants, to achieve more equitable distribution, that sustainable development. Guys, which one? Power cut. Very sad. I hope my power will also go very soon. Which one, guys? Central problem, guys. It's scarcity, no? The limitedness of resources compared to your wants. That's a very easy one again. Okay. Then again, guys, what is human capital? The basic theory. What is human capital, guys? Exactly. Human capital is what? It's the knowledge, it's the skills, it's the experience that people have. Now, even right now, guys, why are you all coming and why are you all learning L-levels? Why are you all doing L-levels? Why are you here in this class? To develop what? To develop your human capital, guys, to develop your knowledge, right? Because the more human capital you have, the more chance of you getting employed, the more chance of you can do your own thing, the more chance of you getting a job. That is why, guys, companies look for experience. They say, if you want to come and work for us, minimum 2-year experience. Fine. What is that 2-year experience? It's human capital. Yeah. So what is human capital, guys? We say it's the skills, the knowledge, the experiences, right? That people have, that the labor resource has. Okay. Guys, endowment means that they have it. Huh? Knowledge endowment of the workforce. Done. Okay. This one. Okay, again a nice one, but they have tested this in a different way. Productive efficiency implies what? The use of least cost techniques of production, the production of a product mix most wanted by society, full employment of all available resources, production at some point inside of the production possibility curve, a technological improvement substituting labor with capital. Productive efficiency. What if I tell you I did not get even one correct answer yet so far? What's the answer, guys? Okay, I finally got one correct answer. What's the answer? This is the okay. Hold on, sorry. Answer? No. Sure. Rethink. We are in the old syllabus paper. It was actually a good question that went a little bit ahead, right? So, okay. Productive efficiency implies answer is not 3, right? It's not 3. Okay, 3, yes, it's correct. It's half correct. You know, you all know, guys, for productive efficiency, what you should have full employment and you should have full production. Given said that, yes, there is full employment, there is productive efficiency, but there is a better answer here. What? Not 3. 2. The production of the product mix was wanted by the society. What is this? Product mix was wanted by the society. This is allocative efficiency, right? Not productive efficiency, guys. That. Producing at some point inside the PPC. Is it efficiency? No, it is inefficiency. Gone. Right? No. A technological improvement substituting labor with capital. No, that is not productive efficiency. Yes, the answer is 1. Now the question is how, sir? Why? The use of least cost techniques in production, right? Now, for example, this happens with this, guys. Now, when you have, right, as I'm explaining how, okay? Now, when you have employed all your resources, right? And if you're getting the full production from them, if there is full employment and if there is full production, you're getting the best use of it, right? What is happening, guys? You're producing. What happens to your cost of production then? Reduces. No, for example, think this way, right? Let's think, right? I'll prove it to you with some numbers because otherwise it doesn't make sense now, guys. Right? So let's say, right? Okay, let's say I'm hiring 100 people, right? 100 people I'm hiring 100 labor resources. Let's say per person for a day, I pay 500 rupees. Okay. So then how much is my total labor cost? My total labor cost is how much? 100 into 500, 50,000. 50,000. Okay. Total labor cost is 50,000. Now let's assume, right, all these 100 people, right, they are only working, let's say 3 to 4 hours a day, right? Like people like you, right? Very lazy fellows, very inefficient. Yeah. Lazy fellows sleeping in the morning and night also sleeping, and not a very efficient fellow, only working 3 to 4 hours. Let's say he produces, right, 100 units, right? So all together, let's say these 100 people working 3 to 4 hours a day produce 100 units. Let's say 100 machines. Let's say 100 shirts. Then what is the cost of 1 unit? How do you get unit cost? What is the cost of 1 unit in my example? Total labor cost is 50,000. By spending 50,000, I'm able to produce 100 units. So my unit cost of 1 person is 50,000 divided by 100. Oops. Hold on. Okay, guys, can you all hear me? Yes. Sorry, I had a power cut. Switch to a Wi-Fi. Can hear, right? Okay, so my connection might get a little bad because my hotspot is not as great as my Wi-Fi. So I'll have my video off because anyway you can't see me. In case it gets a little bad, let me know, right? Can get a little bad. I'm warning you beforehand. Okay. So how much is the unit cost in this aspect, guys? It's 500. Yeah. Okay. Now let's assume if these same labor they were fully employed, right? Let's say they are working 8 to 9 hours a day, right? So let's say when they are working 8 to 9 hours a day, okay, let's say they can produce 250 units. Now they are fully employed and they are getting the full production out of their malls. How much is my unit cost then? Unit cost then, it's 50,000 I pay for a day for these people divided by 250 units. How much is my unit cost? It's a 200, right? Do you understand? Do you get that there? So when the people were used very efficiently, right? When there was full production, can you see? When there was full employment, yes, you took all 100 people. And also when there was full production, when you used them for 8 to 9 hours a day, what happened? What happened to your unit cost? What happened to your unit cost? The unit cost of 500 when you were inefficient went to 200. So when you have achieved production efficiency, meaning you have full employment plus full production, both, automatically what happens, guys? You will be producing at the lowest unit cost. So that is where the answer comes, guys. That's what the answer is. Now, third one would have been the answer if the first one was not there, because third one is half correct. Because it talks about full employment. No, yes, correct. Your argument is correct. Most of you all went with 3, fine. But there is a better answer. Yeah, the use of least cost. I think that's the better answer there. Fine. Yes, learned something new. Share. Makes sense. I got one correct answer, I'm guessing. I don't know if that person was it a Khana shot or did you understand the logic actually and put it? Anyone who got it right? Yes, got the put it with the logic, or was it like Khana shot, just put it for the sake of putting it? No, with the logic or just put it? No. Nice. So then all of you all have one wrong. Okay. Question 4. Okay, as productive resources are scarce, it needs to give up some of one good in order to acquire more of another. This essence of the concept of this is the essence of the concept of what, where guys you give up one good to get more of another is specialization, implicit cost, comparative advantage, absolute advantage, opportunity cost. Come on, that's opportunity cost, right? Where you have to give up one thing to get another, right? Simple basics, right? Just the definition of that. Okay, so I'm not going to go too much into explain, right? So the question again, guys, it's on the screen. Yeah, so where you have to give up one good in order to acquire another means, that's opportunity cost. Then if you go on to the next question, by which of the following can economic growth be depicted using a PPF? Yes, how do we show economic growth, guys? Simple as ever. Economic growth, how do you show it in the PPC? Economic growth is a what? It's a rightward shift. No, economic growth is where the PPC shifts, right? Well, so which one is the answer there? End up with answer number 1, right? A rightward shift of the PPC. Upward movement on the existing one, downward moving of the existing one, no. Movement of a point inside, movement of a point outside, again, no. Right? So what happens, guys, with economic growth? Now a country can produce more, no? It can produce more goods and services. So as a result, the PPC shifts, right? Basic thing. Okay, final one. The idea that consumers determine what is produced in the economy through their demands is known as, where the consumer is the king, consumer is the main person. What is that called, guys? A laissez-faire economy, a market economy, consumer sovereignty, free enterprise, a mixed economy. What's it called, guys? Where the consumers determine what is produced in economy through their demand is known as, okay, it's number 3. That's called consumer sovereignty, right? If you Google and if you look at what is consumer sovereignty is where, guys, the consumer is the most important person, where people would produce, right? The economy produces what the consumer wants. Yeah, that is there. Now, okay, then to re-explain this again, now some people of you are told this, case a laissez-faire economy, right? Now, I don't know, have you all learned this? Have you all learned this term laissez-faire in uh, where? In business studies, yeah, types of leaders. I remember autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire. What does that laissez-faire means, guys? Yeah, in management, exactly. Yeah, what is that, guys? This laissez-faire means that the government will not look into everything. They will delegate stuff. Yeah, so the private sector can also work. That is what laissez-faire means. That they, give the freedom to people. Yeah, exactly. That is laissez-faire. So that is not this guy. That is not where the consumers determine. Yeah, exactly. That's like less involvement of the government. Okay. So here, what consumers determine means that's consumer sovereignty. Consumer sovereignty means where the consumer is the most important person in the economy, and he decides what goods are to be produced using his demand. Are we okay, guys? Step 6.3. Why can't we say market economy? The idea. No, so they're asking this now. They are not asking you in which type of economy it is there. No, they're asking the idea that consumers determine what to produce is known as what. Yeah. If they ask you the consumers determine what to produce is which economy, then you can say market economy. But they are not asking you that, right? They're asking you the idea that consumers determine this is known as what? Yeah. Oh, now for example, through the demands, instead of known as, if they say happens in which type of economy, then yes, market economy. Got it? So it's again on how they word the question. Okay. 6 is answer 3. Okay, then how many of you all got that correct? I'm guessing there is no 6 out of 6. At least 5, 4. 2019 all one. Yeah. 4, 5, 4. Okay, one wrong. Nice. I'm guessing most of you all got the third one wrong. Yeah. Again, some of you all would have got 6 also wrong based on your answers that I got. Okay. Right. So we'll go into the 2020 paper. So the latest papers that we have, the latest 2 papers. Okay. What is this? A free good has which of the following characteristics? A free good. What, guys? What characteristic? What is a free good, guys? How do we define a free good? It's a good given free by the government. Yeah. Is that what a free good is? No, right. Now, for example, okay. Now, the textbooks that you get from the government, guys, is that a free good? Right? Until O levels, you all got some textbook. No, it's some of you all never opened. Yeah. Is that a free good? It's not a free good, right? Free good doesn't mean it's not based on the price, guys. A free good means where economic resources were not used in the production. So meaning there is no opportunity cost in the production of that good. Yeah. So difference between a free good and an economic good, right? An economic good is where economic good is where what happens? The economic good is where you use economic resources to produce that. Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurs, the scarce resources are used, meaning there is an opportunity cost. In a free good, what happens? That doesn't happen. There is no economic resources, no opportunity cost, and it's unlimited in supply, right? So in that context, what becomes the answer? Your answer becomes number 2. So it has some degree of certainty. No, guys, a free good is what, right? Yeah, non-economic good, same story. Non-economic free good, same. Right? Some degree of scarcity, no, guys, it's unlimited in supply. Wrong. Its consumption or production does not generate an externality. It might generate. That you can't say, guys. It might generate, it might not generate. Yeah. Now, for example, let's say fishing, right? So you have unlimited amount of fish in the sea. So when you go fishing, yeah, maybe someone else is harmed because of that. Maybe it might generate externality. Yeah. It is supplied by the government free of charge. Now, free goods are, guys, not goods supplied by the government. No. Now, what are examples of free goods, guys? Examples? Free goods. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. sunlight. Okay. Water whenever it's available. So that's like rainwater and stuff. Yeah. So what are those? Can you say it's supplied by the government? No, no, guys. Does the government give you sunlight? Does Gota come and give you sunlight? No, no. What does Gota give you? What has he even given you? I don't know if he's given you anything, but problems. Exactly. He gives you problems. Right. And see, he gives you power cuts. No? Now see, right now I also don't have power. I'm trying to fan myself with a small board. Then I'm also waiting. Exactly. He gives you stress. Nice. Okay. He gives you everything that you don't ask for. Okay. Right. It is supplied by the government itself. Nothing like that. Right. So you go with this. Right. Protest. I did go for a protest. I did go for one once. I didn't go yesterday. I was a little caught up with work, and I took the day off yesterday, and I actually slept yesterday. Yes, Sudu van, but I think maybe these days Sudu van will also not come because of there is no petrol and diesel. So maybe that has also reduced. Okay, what was my board saying? What my board saying was there on my DP. If I have not saved all of your contacts, you all will not see my DP. Okay. Maybe I'll see if I can save all your contacts so you can see my DP. My board is there on my DP. Okay, right. Question number 2. Okay, economists refer the term capital exclusively to what? Human-made goods which are used to produce other goods, money used to purchase capital, savings accumulated, money used by an entrepreneur to purchase capital, real estate. First thing, guys, the moment you see capital and the moment they talk about money, you cut off money. Right? It's not money. Right? Money, no. Right? Real estate, okay. Now, forest, is it capital? No. Forest is land, right? Cut. No. So you're left with 1 and 3. Savings accumulated by households, or human-made goods which are used to produce other goods. That is your answer. No? What is capital, guys? Machines, buildings made by humans which are used to produce other goods. The second one answer is 1. Now, then coming into this. Okay. Again, an easy one. What is meant by the statement that every economic system faces the problem of scarcity? Come on, guys. Again, very easy one. Yeah. What is this? The quantities available for some resource in society exceed the demand. Is money capital? No, money is not capital. In economics, money is not capital. Mineral deposits are available only for finite amounts. Countries have failed to achieve full employment. Productive resources are not sufficient to satisfy all the wants. Yeah, can you see? These are not questions that I should be explaining, right? So answer is number 3, no? So, sorry, 3 is answer number 1, no? Now, quantities available of some resources in society exceed the demand. Now, here we are saying that there is more, no? Now, quantities available of some resources are exceeding the demand means there is more than available, but that is not scarcity in a way, right? Scarcity means there is limited resources, not unlimited. Now, here they are saying there is more, so not 1 again, yeah? So the productive resources are not sufficient to satisfy all the wants. You have more resources, you have limited resources, unlimited wants. That's what it talks about. Okay, then okay, this one. You can't take 1, guys, because 1 talks about what? Quantities available of some resources exceed the demands. That means you have more resources than what you want. So is that scarcity? No, guys. Quantities available exceed the demand, and you have more, no? So that's why 1 is gone. Okay. Right. Then question number 4. The last one for this. Allocative efficient point on a PPC is achieved where? Now, this is again something that we talked about before also. When what is equal to what, guys? When marginal benefit is equal to marginal cost. If you can't use marginal benefit, you use the price. Yeah. Answer for question 3. Answer for question 3 is 4. Okay. So the 4th one again. Allocative efficiency on a production possibility curve is achieved where each good is produced at a level where marginal benefit equals marginal cost. Guys, now these I'm going faster because these are things that I explained before, right? If anyone has a question, please ask, okay? If you think, sir, why not this answer? Why this one? Because all of you all gave me the answer too. That's why I'm only explaining two. So in case anyone gives me another answer, I will explain that answer also. That's why I want you all to give in answers. Okay, right. Shape 4 out of 4. Yes, no. Yeah. Okay, right. So what I would always recommend is now, okay, now think that, right? Now think that you did all these past papers and think that you actually did A-levels in 2021, right? So after doing all the past papers, now you're here ready to do the 21 paper. Okay, so let's see how much of that you can get right. Okay, right. 21 paper, actually, I like the questions. It was good. Okay, right. A more complete short definition. What's the answer for question 4? Question 4, guys. The answer was what? Answer was 2. Okay, right. This one. A more complete definition for economics would be that economics is the study of what? How employment opportunities in society would be created to make its citizens better off, how countries trade goods and services, how goods and services are produced without damaging the environment, how unlimited resources are allocated among limited wants, how scarce resources are allocated to satisfy unlimited wants. Why do we have economics, guys? Why is this whole subject of economics there? Because we have unlimited resource wants and limited resources, no? To manage those things only, we have economics. Now, for example, for people who gave me answer number 4, guys, you made a careless mistake. It says unlimited resources. It says limited wants. Where on earth did this happen? Where did you have unlimited resources and limited wants? It's the other way around. So for people who gave me 4, it is sure you did not read very carefully. Yeah. So the definition for economics is where is a study of what? It's a study of how scarce resources are allocated to satisfy unlimited wants. And then, okay, you have another very easy question. Production possibilities are linear because linear means they are straight line. Why? PPCs can be straight line, can be concave. Why are they straight line? I talked about this in a MCQ last class. They're straight line because the opportunity cost is constant. Constant opportunity cost, right? So which one again can you see? A direct answer is the question number 2, answer number 4. Done. Yes, if anyone has any other answer, please let me know, right? I will explain because I'm not getting any other answer. That's why I'm not explaining any other answer. Yeah. So if you think, why not the first one? Why not the second one? Please ask, okay? Because otherwise I don't have to explain all the answers, because if everyone is telling me the answer is 4. Yeah. So please don't feel shy. Let me know. Right. Battery is full dead. I hope my battery lasts. I think my will last. I have 70%. I'll see what I can do with the recording as we'll see. Okay, why can't the answer be 1? Now resources are being fully utilized fully, and this thing, that doesn't mean the PPC is linear. You know, if resources are being fully utilized means you're operating on the PPC. So you can operate on a linear PPC also. You can operate on a concave PPC also. It doesn't matter. So resources are being fully utilized, used fully and efficiently is not a reason for it to be linear. Yeah. So you can have full efficiency in a linear one also, in a concave one. There is no connection there. Okay. Okay, so then going with question number 3, which of the following is a fundamental feature of the free market economy? Free market economy feature. Strict government control. Is that there in a market economy? No. Strict government control, command economy. Yeah. Then more imports than exports, nothing like that. There is no connection at all. Public ownership, command. Private property. Yes, so they're asking market economy. No, guys, public ownership means government. Here, public means government, right? So, private ownership is the answer. Prices and wages set by the government, again, a command economy. Question 1 and 3 for 2021. Question 3 is answer number 4. That's what I'm just discussing. Question 1 was answer number 5. Same. Yes, are we fine with question number 3? Yes. Okay. Then question 4 was an interesting question where a lot of people got wrong. What is not a benefit of division of labor? Increased flexibility, reduced total cost of producing goods and services, increased productivity, increased ability to introduce innovation. What was a free market economy? Market economy, that's a whole different topic. I'll clarify after class. Okay. Increased income equality. Which one is not a benefit? Okay, first of all, okay, we'll cut the easy ones off. Okay, increased productivity, is it a benefit or not? Because of division of labor, does the productivity increase? Do people become better? They become faster? Yeah, right. So that's a benefit. So we can cut that off. They're asking what is not a benefit. Huh? Reduce total cost. Yes or no? Because of division of labor, you can produce faster, people are more efficient, so mistakes are less. Yeah, total cost goes down. That is also benefit. That's also cut off. Yeah. Increased ability to introduce innovation. Kind of yes, no. Now, because people are faster, you can do it. Yeah, you can think of that also. And you're ending up with 1 and 5. Increased income equality. Guys, this is a benefit. Let me explain how. Right? This is a benefit. Now, think of, okay, division of labor, where is it practiced? Practiced where? In where? In big firms, right? In large firms, right? Large firms, right? So large firms, let's say in the production process. Yeah. What kind of people work in these production processes? Fixing parts, doing things. The rich people or the poor people? Who works? Who are the ones in the production flow? Not the managers. I'm saying who are the ones put into this division of labor? The poor fellows, right? Now, because of division of labor, right, what happens to people's income? They become more efficient. As a result, their income levels, what happens to their income levels, guys? They're more faster. They're good at what they do. Their income goes up or goes down? Goes up, no? Income increases, right? So what happens? The poor people, because of division of labor, what is happening, guys? The poor guy his income is going up. So what does that mean? The gap between the rich and poor is becoming lesser or wider? The gap is becoming lesser, right? Because the poor fellow is also getting some income. So what can we say? We can say that there is income equality, right? Do you get my point? That there is income equality because the poor person is now getting jobs, his income is increasing. Yeah, there is income equality. So that is also a benefit. Now then the answer becomes number 1. How is number 1 the answer? Flexibility of the workforce. Now, for example, let's say a car manufacturing company, right? How have they divided the labor? 1 person for the tire, 1 person for the engine, right? 1 set of people for, let's say, the windows, right? Now, let's say there is a person who is specialized in tires. He is the tire expert, right? Now, let's say the engine fellow doesn't come to work that day, right? The engine fellow doesn't come to work that day. Can I be flexible? Can I take the tire fellow and put to the engine? Can I take 1 person from this and say, this fellow didn't come to work. No, can I put it here? Can I be flexible there, guys? Can I do that? Can't. No, why? Because he's specialized in tires. He only knows tires. So is there increased flexibility? There is no flexibility. Because you can't take him from here because he only knows how tires work. You'll understand, guys. That's a good question, right? A lot of people went with answer number 5. Right? Now, even the person who has sent me this paper, I don't know who sent me, can you see, yes, circled answer number 5. 5 is not the answer. Yeah. So it's answer number 1. Increased flexibility. There is no flexibility in division of labor because people become specialized in one aspect. That means they can't work on the other aspect. Good question again. That's question number 4. 2011 to 14, guys, I will not be discussing the MCQs. You can do it. If you have doubts, you can clarify it after class on this thing. I did not on WhatsApp, guys, because it's very hard to reply to like 100, 200 messages on WhatsApp. Clarify after class. Right. Shall we count and see how much you'll get? I don't know if you all have done properly. I'll count the total amount of yes, guys, I'll be doing paper number 2. Guys, please stay, right? Don't leave. I'll tell you all what we are going to do next week. Right? How much in total? 43 questions. 7. Okay, so since you all have counted 43. Okay. No, I mean total, guys, from 2014, 15 onwards. Yeah, it's 43. How much out of 43? Anyone? How many out of 43? Okay, anyone 43 out of 43? No? 43 out of 43? No one? 0? 42? How many 42s? Guys, if you got 42, say 42 on the chat box. Let me just count. Don't say me, oh, yes, so no, just say 42 if you got 42. Okay, I have one person who has 42. Nice. Okay, hold on, guys, I'll come. 41. Say 41 on the chat box. You've already said it, again say it. Say 41 on the chat box. Don't say yes, so me, or nothing. No, just say 41. Okay, there's another 42. Okay, 42, there is 2. Okay, 41, there is 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, wait, there's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, I'm hoping that you're honest to yourself, huh? Okay, 41. 40s? Say 40 on the chat box. Don't give me a yes, sir, no, sir, or no, just say 40 so that I can count the 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyone else? 40? 7. Okay, guys. Okay, I'll go for 39 also. 39s. 39. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyone else? 39. Okay, there's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 939. Right. Okay, there is one with 43 also. Wow. 43 out of 43, that means nothing wrong. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so I just take a count like this just to show you all where the other people are, right? So that you also kind of know. Okay, there's another person with 35. Okay, so where the other people are, so that you know, right, who is your competition, what kind of people are you dealing with, right? But in general, I would say, right, a mark, I will say out of 43, if you look at 75% of this is around a little bit above 30, right? So I would say on your end, if you have more than 30, I think it's a okay-ish mark, right? 39 and above, I will say this is very good. Yeah, this is very good. 30 and above, yes, you still have the potential to get an A. If you're a little bit less than 30, please put some effort, because at the end, guys, you need to realize this is what. All right, first session, no problem, right? You need to realize this is what. This is only unit number 1, right? This is what unit 1. So the more and more you go now, if you're not sure with unit 1, can I expect you to be sure with unit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until 12? Right? Because usually people are better with unit 1 than the other units. So you think for yourself, unit 1 itself, I'm getting a little low. The other units I might get even low. That's why I'm saying less than 30 is a little questionable. You need to start studying. You need to get your work done. You need to get things sorted. But more than 30, now this is the problem. Now, even if you got 0 out of 43, right? At the end, you will be a winner if you know how to do the 43 questions. If you know what is, now, I'm not saying memorizing the answer, no, right? Okay, did you understand the question? Right? Did you understand why the other answers are wrong? Why your answer is correct? Right? That is how you study past papers, guys. Studying past papers doesn't mean you memorize the question and the answer. No, right? It's about reading the question. Okay, this is the answer. This is why the others are wrong. Yeah, understanding that. If you can do that for all the 43 questions, given that something very similar to this question comes again in your paper, which is most likely it will, that if you can get it right the next time that question comes, maybe if it's a calculation, if they change the number, if it's some other question, if they change a little bit here and there, if you have understand the logic behind it, if you know the concept behind it, then right, I'm guessing all of you all will be at the same level. The person who got all 43 and the person even who got, let's say, 5 out of 43, if he learned how to do all the 43, at the end of the day, what happens? You all are both at the same level, right? The 43% also knows how to do all. The person who got 5 also has now learned it. He also knows how to do all. So if that is there, guys, right, that's all that matters. So always remember, guys, it's not your mark, right? Yes, your mark is important. It's all about what you do after your mark, right? It's about studying the paper. It's about going through the MCQs, see why you went wrong. Yeah. So even when you do MCQs, just a suggestion, right? Don't do MCQs for the sake of doing it, right? Don't just do MCQs and do it, guys. I would like to have my camera on, but my current is off, so you will never see me, right? If my camera is on, I think it will hit you all more, but just listen carefully, right? Doing MCQs is not doing it for the sake, right? Not doing, some people say, you know, I will do 5,000 MCQs, 2,000 MCQs. That is not the problem, guys. Even 100 MCQs you do, if you do it properly, learn why your answer is wrong, why is it correct, that will give you a much more learning than you going and doing 5,000 MCQs, right? And not even marking them and not even finding why you went wrong. No point, guys. So always remember, it's not the quantity, it's about the quality, how good the question is. So past paper questions anyway good, and how you learn from that, right? So always keep those things in mind. Yeah. So given that, guys, now how things will work is, now I have finished the MCQs for unit number 1. Now what I will do is next class, right? Probably now, when what is our normal class time, guys? Wednesday, no? Our next class is Wednesday. Now I'm hoping the power cut schedule is not that bad. Wednesday, today is Sunday. Wednesday is the 13th. Okay, that might be a problem on your end. Is that okay? 13th, 14th. I usually don't want to do a class because of Aurudu and all of it. We'll see if I can bring it to Tuesday. I'll let you all know. I'll check with you all and see, because I have a bit of revision class also to finish off with your batch. I'll look into it, or else maybe next week this same time we should be able to do something, right? So ideally the next class, right? I'll let you all know beforehand, guys, on the group itself. The next class we will be doing what? We will be doing the essay questions, right? Essay questions of unit 1, right? So the essay questions again, 2015, right, to 2021. So you all know, guys, which one is the essay question? Question number 1 of the paper. Some papers, question 1 and 2, both are essay questions, both are from unit number 1. So again, what I'll do, guys, for your easiness, I will send a PDF, but don't wait until my PDF comes. You write, right? You sit and you write answers. Look at the tute and write. Look at your note and write. That's okay, right? Because we are learning, right? We are learning to do what, guys? We are learning to, right? Make sure that we write proper answers. That's okay. This is not your exam now, guys. You don't have to memorize and go and write. That's okay, right? So in the meantime, apart from this, I will ask you all, practice from 2011 to 2014 also. Do this for homework. Do this on your own. Any doubts, any questions after the class, stay and clarify with me. That has to come from your end. Yeah. So that's all for unit 1 MCQs, guys. And also, right. Nice, good to see you all are doing some questions. Also, guys, and again, guys, this class is 2000, 2010. Yes, you can attempt. You can do that, right? Again, if you all have any doubts, guys, any paper, right? Any paper, stay and you can clarify. That's up to you. Okay. Okay, one more suggestion on your end, guys. Please make sure that you take it seriously, that you show up in class, right? And also, guys, if you all have any friends that who might benefit from it, you can encourage them to come, right? Because at the end, it's free, right? Because last year, what I felt is there are a lot of people who joined last moment when I'm doing somewhere around unit number 10, 11, right? And they were like, sir, sir, we did not know, right? So on that end, guys, so that has to be from your end, right? Because you are the ones who have friends, you are the ones who have this thing. So even in today's link message that I sent at the end, the registration link is there, right? So they can fill that, then we will add them to the group. So that's up to you to share it to them and make sure that they are in the group. Yeah. So that's basically it for today. And also, guys, if there's anything that I could do to improve, right, on my end, right, which you all think uh, that I could do something so that you all would learn better, right, feel free to give me your suggestions, right? I will not be heartbroken. If it is practically, if I can implement it, I will implement it. Yeah, given the time frame, right? Always think we only have 6 months, one class a week, right? If there's something that I can do, definitely let me know. I will try and incorporate. So that's it from me. Very sorry that I was not able to have my camera on because of the power cut, but yeah. Yes, next week we'll start with basic questions. We'll try our level best to finish off. Yeah, so that's it from me for today. Questions, please stay and clarify. I'm ending the recording from. See you guys. Have a good night.